quite. There we go. Facebook is up. It says it is. I don't see it, but it says it's up. There we go. Alright, so let's get Facebook in there. Make sure you say hi as you come in so that I know that you are here, because it does not notify me, which is very rude, but it doesn't, so we gotta work with what we have. Oh, Messenger's gonna be slow tonight. That's always fun. Let's see, let's let YouTube do its thing. There we go. So we got the Facebook link in. So hopefully those comments are coming up. And we've got, okay, yep, looks like YouTube is up. Alright, so everything should be good. We are doing earrings tonight because I have lots and lots and lots of earrings and I don't get a chance to show them all. So we are going to show as many as we can in the half hour that we have, 29 minutes now. So we'll show them kind of quickly, move through them. If you want to see anything again, you can let me know, no problem. But we're going to try to move through them quickly so that we can show as many pieces as possible. Invoices will go out tomorrow for anybody who is due one. So we will go ahead and get started. We're back on regular schedule, just in case you didn't know. So we will have all our shows. So I look forward to seeing you Friday and Sunday at 7 o'clock. And these are called Glamorously Glowing in Gold. These are pearl around the outside, rhinestone around the inside. They're elongated teardrops. This is the length and size. We only have one pair of these. So Glamorously Glowing in Gold, number 101. And those are white pearly beads. I see they look slightly beige on there, but they are white pearly beads, white rhinestones, and a gold frame. So next we have Magically Magnificent in Gold. These are off-white moonstones. Yes, I stopped doom scrolling. Isn't that great? Hammered gold fittings. So the frame here, the piece here. This is the length and size. So we have Magically Magnificent in Gold. These are number 102. Only one pair of those as well. In fact, I think all the ones on this ring that I have right now are one and dones. This is Subliminal Shimmer in Gold. So these are a twisted gold hoop, and it's got some rhinestones inside some of these twists. If you can see that. So it's kind of a, I don't know, a small medium hoop. Because you see these are usually medium. So these are a little bit smaller than that. They are about the size of a quarter, maybe just a tiny bit larger. So these are Subliminal Shimmer in Gold. One pair of these. Number 103. I'm going to do one more off of this ring and then I'll move to a different ring. Alright, Earthy Extravagance in Gold. These are also hammered gold with the white crackle stone. You can see the marbling in that crackle stone. These are hinged. They are a post earring. Hi Juanita. Post is right up here toward the top, so they are going to hang down a little bit. Something like this. So we have one pair of these left. Earthy Extravagance in Gold is number 104. If there is any particular color or style of earring that you would like to see, please let me know because I have them all right here. I can just grab them really quickly. Other than that, I'm just going to continue to choose some and keep everything moving. How's it going, Juanita? All Allure, all the time in brass. These are an antiqued brass teardrop. Nice basic earring. I have 3 pairs of these. This is the length and size, so they're not a huge earring. All Allure, all the time in brass. Number 105, 3 pairs of those. Let's see. If I can get these off of here. The hoops like to stick together. There we go. Sending shock waves in brass. So we have a brass hoop with 2 hammered discs coming off the bottom. This is the length and size. So we have 2 pairs of these. Sending shock waves in brass is number 106 with 2 available. And let's do one more. This one I also have 2 of. This is called Industrial Antiquity in brass. These are a post earring, and our post is right up here. Teardrop shaped. You want 105? Okay. So a little bit of hammering up here and then a texture down here at the bottom. This is the length and size. We have 2 pairs of these. Industrial Antiquity in brass is number 107. Alright, let me write down that 105 before I forget it. Not that I would ever forget anything, you know, but we better write it down. Okay. Let's move on from the brass. Let's see, I've got some white. I have 2 pairs of these. These are called Capriciously Crimped in white, and this is kind of an off-white. This is the crackle stone. It is in little crimped rings hanging from this thin wire. This is the length and size. So we have 2 pairs of these. Capriciously Crimped in white is number 108 with 2 of those available. You're getting better. Oh no, you fell? I know, I fell when we were camping. It was the middle of the night and somehow I missed the little step up thing and tripped over it. Man, falling can be really dangerous. Look at this on my hand. That is going to scar. This is over a month later. Finally, all the scabbing came off and the dry skin has moved, but I still have that. It like split open my palm there, and I had my knee scraped too. But it is not fun to fall. I think I'm getting too old for falling now. Things hurt more than they used to. It takes a while to heal up, too. Unpredictable Shimmer in white. These are pearl and rhinestone, so we have the solitaire up at the top. We have a pearly bead in the middle, and then the teardrop on the bottom. This is a length and size. Nice way to add a little glitz to your outfit. We have 2 of these. Unpredictable Shimmer is 109. Yeah, I couldn't believe it was so bad. I mean, you know, usually you fall and you scrape up your hands and you're like, okay, no big deal. But this one scraped up and there was blood pouring out of it. I did not expect that. And it's the middle of the night. It's hard to clean everything up. I had to turn around and go back to the bathhouse and clean up my hand and get it bandaged. And then we had to get bandages the next day because I didn't have big enough ones there. All right, I'm going to hold these sideways. This is Better Ballerina in white. These are pearly beads. Our post is right behind here. So this is going to sit on your ear, something like this. These are flexible, so you can kind of rearrange them a little bit. See, make these little things come down a little bit further. If you wanted to move them around more, warm them up with the hair dryer, just on a low setting. And this, what do they call it? It's like a plastic thread that's in here. Anyway, it becomes more pliable, and you can kind of reshape them as you like, and then let them cool. All right, these are Better Ballerina in white. I have 2 pairs. They are number 110. It's just trying to tell us that we need to stay on our feet, Juanita. They're trying to tell us we're too old for this, which is really rude. All right, next pair. These are in multi. This is called Royal Resort in multi. You can see we have the dark turquoise blue, which is like an ocean blue, and we have the fuchsia type hot pink. And this has little like dot motif texturing all along the scroll work in this frame, so it gives us a nice sheen. This is the length and size. Let's let it catch up with me. There we go. Length and size right here. This is my last, no, it says I have 2. I thought this was the last pair, and it may be. But we're gonna go with 2. Royal Resort in Multi, number 111. Let's see. Are you gonna make me write down another thing? Alright, got it. These I thought were cute. I only have 1 pair of these. They're called Bohemian Beach Blast in white. So we've got white and the clear crystal beads all around the outside of this hoop. And then we have little textured discs, kind of like a scratch texture on the bottom, or an embossed texture. This is the length and size. I love these because they're white. White matches everything, makes it easy to pair them with something. So this is the length and size. We do only have 1 pair. Bohemian Beach Blast in white is number 112. If you are new here or have not purchased anything before, all you have to do is say sold and the number, and then send me your email address by a private message, or you can put it in the chat if you don't mind other people seeing it, and I will send you an invoice on Monday. Radiant Retrospection in white. These are glitzy. Nice thing for a dress up, maybe a cruise, formal party, just anything where you want something just a little extra special. So these are all white rhinestones. They are marquee shaped, kind of in a flowery shape. I do only have 1 pair of these. Now this is going to be backwards, so normally this larger side right here would be on the outside, but I can't put my face in between the earrings. So Radiant Retrospection in white, number 113. We also only have 1 pair of those. Yeah, we don't bounce like Rubbermaid anymore, do we? We need to. I would love to, but it does not seem to work that way. Last pair of white ones for right now. We'll move on to a different color. These are Nod to Nature. They are a cork, natural cork, with little white splashes on them. We have kind of a pie shape, and you can see I've already eaten that piece of pie right there, so we don't have quite the full pie. This is the length and size. So only 1 pair of these. Nod to Nature in white is number 114. I don't need anything to make me any more hungry, because I seem to be able to do really well at that all by myself. I would love to have some pie though. It's pie season, right? It's cold outside. Love to eat pie when it's cold outside. But no one in this house has made any. Can you believe that? I think they're waiting for me to do it. Something about being the mom, I don't know. Alright, next pair, Canyon Canoe Ride. I almost couldn't say that. Canyon Canoe Ride in multi, because these have the blue and the white crackle stone in them. They're set in highly polished silver crescents and hung by the metal wire from the fishhook back. I had to think about that. Isn't it bad you have to think about that name? This is the length and size. So we have a Canyon Canoe Ride in multi. We have 2 pairs of these. It is number 115. Some days the simplest words escape me, and it really bugs me. It's one of those things. Alright, next, Constellation Cruise in multi. These are iridescent. We have 2 pairs of these. So we have little textured frames. Hi Ruth, thanks for sharing. I appreciate it. How you doing? And then round solitaire iridescent gems in the centers. This is the length and size. So we have Constellation Cruise in multi. 2 of these available, number 116. Anybody do anything fun this weekend? I caught a sore throat. Does that count? I started with it last night. Somebody has given me germs, so I now have a sore throat. Hey Tracy! Yeah, somebody does need to make pie. What's your favorite kind of pie? Everybody tell me their favorite kind. I love cherry. That is my first love. Probably my second would be the mixed berry. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen them, but the razzleberry pies that have raspberry and, I think it's raspberry and strawberry and, I don't know. Where was I going with that? Raspberry, strawberry, and something. Anyway, several different kinds of red berries, and they are so good with French vanilla ice cream. Hello, Rosie. We're talking about pie. What's your favorite kind of pie? Beautifully Bubblicious in multi. We have 2 pairs of these. So we have a dark pink, a very pale pink, and a pale blue bead in these. And then we have little white accents. This is the length and size. Look at that. That blue matches my shirt. German chocolate pecan. Oh, that sounds good. Strawberry, rhubarb, apple, and pumpkin. You guys are making me hungry. We have 2 of these available. Beautifully Bubblicious in multi, number 117. I do like a good apple pie. It has not been a fun week. It has not been a fun week at all. You notice I didn't ask about the week, I asked about your weekend. So has anybody done anything good for the weekend? Because the week was not fun at all. All right, I can't remember the name of these and the tag has fallen off, but I do have 2 pairs of these. These are ear crawlers. So our post is right up here, which is gonna go in your ear, and then it will crawl up your ear and it has a little clip-on back to hold it to your ear. So I am gonna hold it up to my ear like, let's do it on this side, it's easier. Like it is supposed to be. Let's see if I can do that. I don't know if I'm talented enough for this. This is like that. And it is the oil spill. So we have all those pretty colors with the base of black underneath it. So we have 2 pairs of these. They are number 118. Shoe fly pie. Haven't heard that one in a while. There's a brother here that makes a pie called Chocolate Seduction. That's kind of a, it's not a chocolate cream pie, it's more like a chocolate baked pie, almost like a chocolate custard. And it's really, really chocolatey and really, really good. You want the ear crawlers, Tracy? All right, that was, I don't know what it was, 118? Yep, 118, I had to make sure. I love ear crawlers. I like the ones that have that clip-on better because they stay in place better. Dazzling Droplets in multi. Oops, my tag is getting ripped. I have 2 pairs of these. These are gold with a pale blue rhinestone in them. So we have a pale blue rhinestone at the top and one at the bottom. This is the length and size. We have 2 pairs of these. Dazzling Droplets in multi, number 119. Number 120, we have jacket earrings. So these, the second piece is attached to the back of the earring. It's not attached, it's on the post. Okay. Yeah, Marionberry, it's similar, but it is like a mixture of 3 berries and it's so good. They call it razzleberry pie and I really, really like it. All right, Falling in Love in multi. So these are hearts. We have pinks and reds. I can't get them all to turn at one time. So pink, pink, and red. And then these are red as well. You can wear this one just as a stud if you want to. There is a little section. Let me see if I can take this off so I can show you how this works. So there's actually 3 parts to these type of earrings. So we have the stud. So that's just the post. And then this, I don't know if you can see this, this fits on that stud. So there's a little hole right here that you just pop onto that stud on the back of your ear, or you could wear it on the front if you wanted to. And then your earring back would go on the back of here. So there's a couple different ways to wear these, which I think is always a good thing. And the back just rolled down in my keyboard. All right, let's get the back out of the keyboard. There we go. So let me show you the length on these. This is slowing me down, but it's okay. Put them back together. I always like things that give me more than one way to wear them. get the back on. All right. That back is just not going to stay on there right now. All right, let me hold this one up. Falling in Love in multi. That gives you an idea of the length and size. And I will put these back together. They are going to be number 120, and I have 3 pairs of them. I'm just going to have to put a new back on them because that back doesn't seem to want to stay. So there we go. Falling in Love, multi, 3 pairs of these, number 120. Let me just pop a plastic back on there to hold it for a second. Oh, I have another silver one. This is why I have all the extra parts, so that I can do that, because I lose them. You like 120? All right, I'll put a pair in there for you. So we have 2 more pairs of those. All right. It hasn't been going well. Spun Out Opulence in multi, also oil spill, but this is that druzy, which is like the crushed stone or crushed gem, and it reflects the different colors. You can see it's based in the black, and then we have 2 rings hanging down from there. I have 2 pairs of these left. This is the length and size. So we have a Spun Out Opulence in multi, and they are number 122. I lost 121. I have no idea where it went. So it's just gone. Like a lot of things. My mind this week. My sanity. Painted Promotion in multi. I have 3 of these. So these are purple, pink, and green enameled leaves. And then these 2 are silver. Well, petals, I guess. They're not leaves. Petals. So purple, pink, and green along with the silver. This is the length and size. We have 3 of them. Hello, Aunt Dora. This is number 123 tonight. 3 of those. We're doing some quick earrings tonight. Trying to get as many as I can in. I've got 8 more minutes. Badlands Ballad in yellow. These are the crackle stones. So cute little flowers. Twisted rope appearance around these stones. And then a little kind of scroll around the outside. I just have 1 pair of these left. This is the length and size. This is Badlands Ballad in yellow cracklestone, number 124. How's the weather up there, Aunt Dora? I've been interested to hear how it is going up there. I know Allison is up near Buffalo, and they've had some cold weather, but not as much as usual. Kiss Up in yellow. This is a pale yellow, so not quite the lemon, a little bit lighter than that. They are on a silver hoop. This is the size, so you can see they're not as long as the hoops that I have on. I have 3 pairs of these. Kiss Up in yellow is going to be number 125. Let's do some orange. Orange is a hard color to find, so I tend to collect oranges. Getting ready for a snowstorm. Oh, I wish we were getting a snowstorm. We are getting rain Tuesday. I do not want rain. Rain is messy. It's still wet like snow, but it is messy because, you know, the snow's okay until it melts. Daisy Meadows in orange. So this is actually more of a peachy orange. These are little gold pearl centers. Well, gold bead centers. They're not really pearly. These are a post earring. Post is behind that first daisy. This is the length and size. This is my last pair of these in orange. So number 126 is Daisy Meadows in orange. Last pair. Macrame. If anybody loves macrame, here we go. I would be grooming these all the time. This would drive me nuts. Macrame Rainbow in orange. So we have an actual orange, and then we have like a peach in the middle, a little macrame design on these wire hoops. This is the length and size. So we have Macrame Rainbow in orange. Last pair of these, they are number 127. And Bustling Blossoms in orange, last pair of these. These are a bunch of tiny silver flowers with even tinier orange rhinestone centers. This is the length and size. Let's get that to focus. Come on. I know it can do it. It just doesn't want to today. So, Bustling Blossoms in orange. Now you can get the idea. I have one pair of these left. Number 128. You liked the yellow ones earlier, but you don't have any yellow. Here's that same pair in orange. I have one pair of these left. Badlands Ballad in orange is that orange crackle stone. This is the length and size, once again. So these are not a huge earring. This is number 129, sorry. Last pair of those. Down to a last pair on a lot of these. Alright, and last pair in orange that we're going to do for right now, Seasonal Showcase. And they say yellow. I put them in my orange because you can see that's a very orange yellow. So little rhinestones in this geometric leaf in silver. This is the length and size. I don't care that they call them yellow, they are definitely orange. Seasonal Showcase. Last one, number 130. Alright, let's see, I've got some red. Red. Rustic Refuge in red. These are a wooden earring with red beads and a silver frame all the way around the outside. This is the length and size. So 3 of these. Rustic Refuge in red is number 131. Trying to get as many in as I can. Our half hour is almost up. I had another pair of red ones here on my desk and I don't see what I did with them that I was going to show you. They were new, but that's okay. Alright, Leather Lagoon in red. These are a leaf, silver leaf on the inside, the little red leather border around the outside. I have 2 pairs of these. This is the length and size. So Leather Lagoon in red, number 132, and we have 2 of those. And just in case you want something fancier, we have 2 of these. Dance Floor Diva in red. So we have the red teardrop and then frames of white swirls around the outside. This is the length and size of these. And of course they're backwards on me. Dance Floor Diva in red. 2 of those. Number 133. Let's do some pink. Pink. We have Champagne Bubbles in pink. This is kind of a medium pink. It's not super light, but it's definitely not dark either. Little bubbles set in a circle. This is the length and size. It is a kind of a light medium pink. We have 2 pairs of these. Champagne Bubbles in pink is number 134. 2 of those. We have Tiny Hoops. These are in a pale pink. This is called Carefree Couture in pink. These are little dewy beads. These are the really small ones. So I'm going to show you the size up here. These make a great second one, or one if you want a really minimal earring. I have 2 pairs of these. Carefree Couture in pink is number 135. 136, the Gem Fairy in pink. These have a couple different pink shades in it, which is why I like them. We have a light pink right here, fuchsia pink here, and then like an iridescent that has the pink in it right there, set on hoops, and that pattern continues all the way around the outside. 134 to you, Rosie. This is the length and size, so they're about the same size as the earrings I have on, which are the Glitzy by Association Blockbusters. This is called the Gem Fairy in pink, and we have 2 of them. It is number 136. Alright. 137. Botanical Bonanza in pink. These are 3D flowers. See, we have 2 layers of the flower, then we have the little rose in the center, and you can see this is a dark pink. So cute little wire flowers. I almost can't say that. This is the length and size. We have 2 pairs of these left. Botanical Bonanza in pink is number 137. All right, I will do one more pair because we are at our time. Let's see what I've got. I don't know. Let's do these newer ones that not everybody has seen. Meaningful Masterpiece in blue. This is the UV blue, so it does have a little purple tinge to it that you can't really see on the video. So we've got a dark right there. We've got some royal blues, some a little bit lighter. White stone in the center. And then this emerald cut rhinestone in blue hanging off the bottom. This is the length and size. We just have 1 pair of these. So our last piece for tonight, Meaningful Masterpiece in blue, is going to be number 138. And there is only 1 of those. All right. That is it for tonight. We got them all in 30 minutes. So that's always a win in our book. We'll be back on Friday. If you do only have 1 piece, you can choose to either get it tomorrow or get it with your order next week, combine orders. So you can just let me know how you want to do that if you only have 1 piece. If you have more than 1, I will invoice you and we'll go ahead and get those sent out to you. All right, we will be back on Friday night at 7 p.m. I don't think there's anything that I have to tell you this week because it's going to be a normal week. I'm not even sure those existed anymore, but I think it's going to be a normal week, which is probably going to jinx the whole week now. So we'll see you on Friday night at 7, and then again Sunday night at 7. I'll show you some more pieces, some more pretty stuff. And you guys enjoy your week. Thanks so much for dropping in tonight. I appreciate the support. If you didn't see the whole show, feel free to watch the replay, and if you want to claim more, just stick it in there the same way that you have done tonight, and I will throw those in your pouch with the others. All right,